wheels in the open road. I got the throttle wide open, feel my pace. Got 100 horses between my legs. No destination, no end in sight. Just me in the open road, riding into the moonlight. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Life in the fast lane, it's easy to maintain. Just twist the throttle on back and feel no pain. From the open highways, backwoods of the country, where live free or die is the only way. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Never look back, 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 never look back. White lines and gasoline. White lines and gasoline. Two wheels in the open road, life and death in my own hands. I am my own justice, I am my own man. I never look behind through all that I have seen. 'Cause all I need is white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline. We believe in the American way, and we built this country called the USA, and we fly our flag 'cause we're proud and free, we're Americans. Red, white, and blue is our way of life. Never back down from a challenge or a fight. Nature provides, God gives the rights, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. Yeah. We fish the waters and we hunt the lands. We forge the steel with our own two hands. With what we've got, we do the best we can. We're Americans. From the snowy passes to the desert sun, dogs and the horses and the trucks and the guns, mothers and daughters and fathers and sons, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. Yeah, home of the brave in America. We're an amazing America. Give it up for the teams, a bunch of badasses if you know what I mean. They're coming out of the sky, out of the sea, and on land, gonna take it to the enemy. Lock and load, boys. Time to explode, boys. Just make sure you get home, boys. They got your back, the pride of the fleet, the pipe swinging forward, man. You're the UTT. They don't do it for the money, they do it for the country. It's not about the fame. They do it for the, they do it for the, they do it for the USA. Ooh yeah, this is the big boys club. Nobody does it quite the way a SEAL team does. Clean in, clean out. The boys are the best, and they'll be coming for your shells in the deck. So if you see a fallen man coming with guns, you better reconsider whose side you're on. These boys are ghosts, team of the Reaper, and they'll be more than happy to deliver you back to your maker. They don't do it for can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, iRacing fans from around the world, welcome to Race 5 of the TNT Series. We are at Kentucky tonight. I am Scott Kolovic, your announcer for the evening. Joining me in the booth is my good friend, Joel Guy. How are we doing, Joel?
Scott, we're doing great. It's kind of cool night tonight, and we're waiting for some good racing.
I tell you what, Joel, nothing less than you would expect from the Bluegrass State of Kentucky. Tonight we do have 80 laps coming at you, ladies and gentlemen. Go on and talk to us about this mile-and-a-half track.
You're right. Kentucky's a mile-and-a-half track. It's shaped kind of like Charlotte, not quite like Charlotte. Doesn't have quite the banking that Charlotte does, so it's going to be a handful for the drivers through the corners. They're going to have to lift. They're going to have to guard their tire wear because this track will eat tires up. They get some high speeds at it, but they're going to be on the brakes quite a bit. They're going to be pacing at 60 miles an hour and pit road speeds 50.
Now this is a mile-and-a-half track, and it will do away with your tires. But what about the cars? I see we are out here driving the Gen 6s. Talk to us about the vehicles we are in.
The Gen 6 is the top of the line. That's the Cup Series cars, and those are the fastest cars that NASCAR has. So they got the speed. It's just a matter of whether they can hold it on the track with the speed.
Now these cars are extremely powerful tonight, and we are running a night race. So at the end of the night, ladies and gentlemen, we're apt to see some fireworks. As Joel mentioned, pace car speed is 60, pit speed limit is 50. Now, but what about pitting, Joel? I'm hearing guys already out there moaning a little bit about, my goodness, it's pretty hard to get out of pit row without popping that apron. What are they talking about?
Well, if they pop the apron, it's a real tight corner going off of into turn one off of pit road. And you really can't get up on the track until you get around to the back stretch where it's straight and you can come up at an angle. If you try to come up in the corner, you're at such an angle that it'll cause you to spin out or drive you straight into the outside wall.
Now, for those drivers that are in here racing for points, some guys just come in, race for fun. They like to hang out. But we've got some serious hardcore gentlemen out here tonight, and this is race 5 of 15. So for the point series, Joel, we've got Dustin Lee running with Southeast Motorsports. He is in first place with 154 points. KMA's very own Tristan Beats in second with 143 points. Jarrett Lipster in third with 136. Jack Watts in fifth with 135. And Raymond Rittenauer sitting in position 5 with 134 points. So by the time we are said and done, we have still got 10 more races to go. These drivers are going to be clocking out at about 1,200 points. So what these drivers need to remember right now, let's take Edward Bray. He is right now in 6th position with 132 points, but he is only 22 points out of first place, and that is basically one good race for him, one bad race for our race leader. Points very important tonight.
Definitely points will be very important tonight. You got to try to get as many points as you can, but you don't want to force the issue and take yourself out either, because if you take yourself out, you end up finishing dead last, and you're in the top points bracket, top 5. You're probably going to knock yourself out of any contention to the to finishing up high.
Now, right now, our drivers are under qualifying. So let's go on and give a big shout out to our broadcaster tonight. Our broadcast is being done by All Pro Broadcasting Network, and he is the man with the cam, Michael D'Amico, on the cameras. Also, big shout out to PAD, PADD.org, People Against Distracted Driving. And of course, every time, big shout out to our painter, Over the Top Paints and Designs. You can check out his work on Facebook at Over the Top Paints and Designs, as well as on Trading Paints.
That's right, Scott. That's our sponsors tonight. They're very good sponsors, and we appreciate everything they do for us. Looks like qualifying's over.
Now, speaking of sponsors, tonight's series, the entire 15-week series, is brought out to you by Pro Automotive out of Dudley, Massachusetts. And that is our sponsor, Jason Russo. And Jason Russo is driving the number 14 tonight. But up to the qualifying field, taking that P1 position, we've got the number 68 of Damon Gilbert, pulling down at 29.804, followed by the number 51, Dustin Lee of Southeast Motorsports with 29.922. Directly up in front and to the right, Michael Jeans, number 8, sitting in P3, Southeast Motorsports with a 30.001. Number 6, Tim B. Cox, 30.054. And rounding out your top 5, 02, Mitchell Reeves with a 30.059.
In 6th place, we have Steve Dutz in the number 18 Bush Jimmy John's car with a 30.132. In 7th place, we have Jeff Martin in the 15 car with a 30.171. In 8th place, we have Scott Amy in the 55 car with a 30.182. In 9th place, we have Bobby Everhart in the 71 car with a 30.199. In 10th place, we have Jack Watts in the number 77 car with a 30.213.
Beginning position 11, we have the number 70 of Burt Wilson with a 30.214. K-May's very own young man, number 99, Jarrett Lipster, with a 30.256. Number 90, Craig Kinney, 30.259. Representing Premier Race Network, PRN, number 60, Brian Rainville, P14, 30.302. And the number 28, Brad Patterson, with a 50.304.
In 16th place, we have Vernon Barheim in the 33 car with a 30.315. In 17th place, we have our sponsor for the series, Jason Ruscio, in the 14 car with a 30.334. In 18th place, we have Edward Bray in the 66 Harley Davidson car with a 30.389. In 19th place, we have J.R. Johnson in the 37 car with a 30.617. In 20th place, we have Donald Sandusky in the 19 car with a 30.641.
Taking up P21, 30 is Tristan Beach with a 30.684. That will round out the qualifying field. We also have Raymond Rittenauer in the number 78, Rusty Farrell in the number 75, 72, Ivan Garcia, 27, Scott Finstermacher, and the number 88, Gary Burt, and the number 5, Gary Whitmer Jr. Pulling up the tail end. Pace car is off. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Number 68 up there in the front, Damon Gilbert off with a very powerful start, actually getting way ahead of the number 51, Damon Gilbert out there, a man on a mission tonight. Now, he might already be burning up those front tires as powerful as they start that he got off on.
Absolutely. As fast as he's pulling away from them, he's using tires. He's going to be dropping back, I'm afraid.
Tire wear will be so very critical tonight here, Joel. This is Kentucky, not Talladega. So these drivers have got a lot of great decisions they're going to be working with going tonight. Hopefully we will be going caution-free. And I do expect that as these drivers roll on, we're going to see about 6 degrees of separation. Not a lot of tight pack racing we're going to see tonight, Joel.
No, we're not going to see a lot of pack racing. This track's conducive to single car racing and getting the lead and keeping the lead, taking off.
Now, getting a look at Jeff Martin, Jeff T. Martin tonight. Caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. Early caution of the night. We're going to figure out exactly what happened. We do know that the number 33 of Vernon Martheim unfortunately caught up into that, but we'll check out our replay and see exactly what went wrong on lap 3. I tell you what, it is going to take these drivers a few minutes to figure out exactly their line of motion. Unfortunate early caution tonight here at Kentucky.
Yes, it was, Scott, and it looks like the 60 car run into the back of the 28, got him sideways, and then slid up, and then 14 lifted, and 33 come into the back of him without slowing down.
14 being driven by Jason Ruscio. I'll tell you what, Joel, that very first caution right here, it took us all off, just a hair off a guard. But our All-Pro Broadcasting replay is going to show us exactly what went wrong. But goodness sakes, an early caution here at Kentucky.
I'll get him.
Now that will keep Dustin Gilbert, Damon Gilbert, and Dustin Lee sitting up there in the front. So, you know, early caution. Are these guys even worried about their tires right now? If you're sitting up there in the front, do you even worry about going in?
If it was me, I would. Every time I get a chance to go in under yellow, I'd be getting 4 tires because, like I say, this track is a cheese grater.
All righty, well, I'll tell you what, the bad news is an early caution, but the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, that will bring on our first race interview of the evening. How about it, Damon Gilbert? Have you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All righty, early caution kind of took us all off guard. How about you?
People weren't totally adapted to the setup, and I kind of anticipated an early caution, but I think that we'll go green here.
Well, what are going to be the key secrets tonight in going green here at Kentucky?
Just pretty much don't be relatively super close to anybody. You can't really decide if the car is going to be tight or loose. So it varies from lap to lap, it feels. So you don't want to be right up next to somebody. You may get into them.
Now, you are going to be next to your teammate right there, the number 51 of Dustin Lee. Now, like Talladega, it's critical who you are beside. Is that going to be a factor here?
The main factor is going to be like when he comes down to pit stops. Like if he pits 5 laps earlier than me, let's say, see like what the bear is, and it may dictate what we're going to do down pit road or not. Like if we're going to take 4 tires or 2 tires, you know.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you, Damon, here at Kentucky.
Yeah, thank you.
We are on lap 6, underneath our very first caution of the evening. And we're going to get one more quick interview in here. The number 51 driven by Dustin Lee. Now, Dustin Lee is a great driver for Southeastern
Yep.
Motorsports. How about it, Dustin Lee? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All righty, early caution. We just talked to your teammate over there, Damon Gilbert. What have you got to say about tonight?
I think it's going to be pretty much a race of survival here. I'm just trying to be really careful, but still be quick at the same time. So, yeah, just try not to wreck out. I think that's going to be the main objective tonight.
All righty, anybody you want to give a big shout out to real quick?
Yes, this is my team. Over the top paints, making great paints, run them every week. Also, Holland Hill Welding, and you guys are putting this on, and let's finish it out.
All righty, thank you very much, Dustin Lee, and good luck to you in Southeast Motorsports.
Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, oftentimes it does take one quick caution to kind of shake the cobwebs out, get the gears greased up. We're going back to Green Flag Racing very shortly. Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee, Jeff T. Martin, Steve Dutz, Scott Amy, rounding out your top 5 here on Lap 7 at Kentucky. I tell you what, we got a lot of great looking cars out here. Big shout out to Over the Top Paints and Designs, as well as everybody that comes together and pulls together for All Pro Broadcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button out there. You like us, we like you, you like our sponsors. We love our sponsors. Our sponsor tonight, Jason Russo, Pro Automotive out of Dudley, Massachusetts. If you're ever up there in Dudley and you get in trouble, call on Pro Automotive. Pace car is off. Take her away, Joel.
Pace car is off. 68, Damon Gilbert is on the throttle hard. He's trying to pull out to another lead. 51, Dustin Lee is right behind him. He's not letting him get away. 15 and 18 are fighting side by side to get third place. We have one hitting the wall on the backstretch.
That will bring out our second caution. Ladies and gentlemen, hitting the wall, no good here at Kentucky. We're going to back that up on our All Pro Broadcasting replay and see exactly what driver was hitting the wall. We do know that the number 55 of Scott Amy was involved in that. Now, Scott Amy is a very good driver, but having an unfortunate break here early on at Kentucky. Looking at it on our All Pro Broadcasting replay, Scott Amy up around the track, and it pretty much just looks like, Joel, his car took a left turn, hitting right into that safety barrier.
Yeah, Scott, looks like to me that he was not in the right groove when he come off of 2, and he upset the car and just come around with him and went into the inside wall.
Now, that was the bad news, but the good news is, Joel, no other drivers were actually caught up into the second caution within 8 laps. You know, is Kentucky a lady killer? What's going on out here, Joel?
Kentucky's not a lady killer, but it's a track to respect. You can't hold it wide open all the time. You have to drive the track. It's kind of like Darlington. It's a track that you respect the track and you race the track for the first 60 laps, and then you race the drivers for the last 20.
All right, well, I tell you what, Joel, we are going to get a veteran in here and talk to us about Kentucky. How about it? Third place position, number 18, Steve Dutz. Talk to us about Kentucky.
Kentucky's actually it's a great track. It's like a cheese grater from what Jack said, and you guys said it's a cheese grater basically. The name of the game tonight's going to be saving tires all throughout the run. I know at the end there's going to be some guys taking 2 for track position, so I don't know how that's going to work out. It's probably going to be super loose, but overall, it's going to be a 4-tire pit stop mostly for everybody tonight.
So, do 2 early cautions surprise you here at Kentucky?
Yeah, and no. It's probably because it's a loose racetrack. Probably has to do with some setup stuff, but it's you just got to take it easy. Make sure you're not killing the tires. Just make sure you're braking in the correct braking zone into the corner, and not sliding the tires and just eating your tires up. Just if we just take it nice and easy, it'll be all fine for the rest of the night.
All right, words of advice. Good luck to you, Steve Dukes.
Thank you.
And we're going to get one more driver interview in.
Jeff Martin, you got a copy on me.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Jeff, how's your night going, and is there a reason we're getting caution so early?
There's a lot of people I've noticed. Most people that's lost it on their own. Probably just getting on the throttle a little too hard coming out. Got to let it roll a little more. And I think they're just getting on it a little early and it's causing the spin out.
Roger that. Jeff, your radio is acting up, so we're going to put you back down in with your team and see if they can take care of fixing that radio.
10-4.
All right, now I'll tell you what, Joel, these drivers all have got a lot to worry about tonight here at Kentucky, but the last thing they need to worry about is a bad set of communication, because we all know that communication is critical. So far, our top three positions has not changed. Number 68, Damon Gilbert. Number 51, Dustin Lee. Steve Dukes. Unfortunate break, though, for the number 5 of Gary Whitmer. Now, from what I do understand, Joel, Gary Whitmer was having some technical issues. That can mean everything from a bad front tire to a bad internet connection. But unfortunate break for Gary Whitmer tonight, being rooted on by his mother out there, Becky Whitmer. So either way it goes, big shout out to Becky Whitmer. She's just going to have to find somebody else to root on for tonight. We are one to go. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are underneath one to go, I want to give a quick reminder about the no text and drive. Now, Joel, I'm out there in traffic today. Saw some little 19-year-old beside me sitting there talking on her phone. I made sure I gave her plenty of berth, like a lot of these drivers out here tonight will do. But ladies and gentlemen, Joel, KMA guys, every guy out here, PAD, People Against Distracted Driving, big supporter of All Pro Broadcasting and KMA Racing. We support PAD as well. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to get back to some green flag racing here at Kentucky.
Yes, we are, Scott. They're 2x2 and lined up 2x2, and pace car's fixing to pull off. It's coming around out of turn 4 now.
Now, I tell you what, this is the second caution, 0 lead changes. We were talking about shaking out cobwebs. All these cobwebs should be shaken out right now. We've got Steve Dukes all over the rear end of Damon Gilbert.
Damon Gilbert's on the throttle already, taking off. He snookered the field and took off just as soon as the pace car left, and he's got almost a quarter of a second lead on second place.
But I tell you what, we're keeping our eyes on the number 18 of Steve Dukes and the number 15 of Jeff Martin. But hey, let's not forget about Mitchell Reeves in 02. Now, Jeff Martin is all over the rear end of the number 18 of Steve Dukes, racing for position 3rd and 4th. We have got Jeff Martin coming down onto the inside. Mitchell Reeves coming down onto the inside, side by side with Jeff Martin. Looks like the 02 of Mitchell Reeves will gain safe passage in front of Jeff Martin. But up front,
Jeff Martin just he thought second about it, but he was going to do a crossover move on me.
Mitchell Reeves getting up onto the rear end of Steve Dukes. He is almost there. Now, you know, Mitchell Reeves, one thing about Mitchell Reeves in the 02, he actually races in real life. So tonight he's going to bring that real life track experience into this real life iRacing simulator. We are watching the 02 of Mitchell Reeves all over the rear end of Steve Dukes. He's lined up. There he goes. Got nose underneath the rear end. That's the backer out. Loses that position.
Yeah, Jeff Michael Reeves is all over Steve Dukes, and now he's got the 18 in front of him. He's already caught up to him almost. Steve Dukes has caught the 51, trying to get around him, but here comes Michael Reeves in the 02. We have them almost 3 wide with the second place, trying to fight it out to see who's going to get it. Steve Dukes is on the inside. Dustin Lee's in front of him just a little bit. Michael Reeves passing Steve Dukes on the outside, going out for turn 2, going down the backstretch. Mitchell Reeves is almost caught up to Dustin Lee now. He's cutting through this field like it's a slice of butter. Mitchell Reeves is about 2 car lengths off the back of Dustin Lee, going for second. That's the biggest fight for anything we got on the track at the moment. Damon Gilbert is out to almost a 1 second lead over second place. Mitchell Reeves and Dustin Lee fighting for second is the biggest fight on the track.
This is so far our longest race up. Ladies and gentlemen, all drivers right now finally trying to here at Kentucky. First and second, 27 seconds out of that number 4th position, 5th position belonging to Jarrett Lipster. But up here in the Lee, bring it on at Kentucky.
Mitchell Reeves has gotten by Dustin Lee now. Now he's tracking down for Damon Gilbert, which Damon Gilbert has almost a second and a half lead on Mitchell Reeves. So we'll see if Mitchell can get to him.
Well, if anybody can do it, Mitchell Reeves can. Damon Gilbert, Mitchell Reeves, Dustin Lee, Steve Dukes, Jarrett Lipster, rounding out your top 5. Jeff Martin dropping back to position 6 on lap 21.
Dustin Lee's not out-diving. He's within striking distance of Mitchell Reeves, but he's falling as we speak. Dustin Lee's down 2 seconds out behind the leader, and Mitchell Reeves is second, 1.6 seconds behind Damon Gilbert.
Well, let's get back to Bobby Everhart. Bobby Everhart in the number 71 Coma in 7. Bobby Everhart putting up a good fight against number 15 of Jeff Martin here on lap 22. They've got Brad Patterson, P8. Bobby Everhart up, trying to take a pass on 15 of Jeff Martin. Bobby Everhart down to the inside. Very successful pass of Jeff Martin. But Jeff Martin not quite ready to surrender it. Bobby Everhart fighting to get clearance.
Yeah, Bobby's fighting to get clearance and so he can go after Jarrett Lipster in the 99 car, who is fighting with Steve Dukes at the moment.
We are on lap 23. Our race leader is Damon Gilbert. Damon Gilbert right now leading just about all the laps here.
Damon's led all the laps. Jarrett Lipster just got by Steve Dukes. Now he's on track trying to track down Dustin Lee. Bobby Everhart's gotten by the 15 car Jeff Martin and trying to get away from him. Going back up front to check on Damon Gilbert. He's out in a zip code by himself, just cruising. So there's no action there, so we'll go back in the field to around Jarrett Lipster, the 99 car, and see what's going on there. Jarrett Lipster's got about a 2-car length lead over the 18 of Steve Dukes, trying to track down Dustin Lee.
Now Steve Dukes. You know what? All these drivers out here doing a very great job tonight, Joel. You know, Kentucky is quite the track to be in connection with. But you know what? We're going to get her done tonight.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of keeping the race green by being cautious with their passes and not forcing it, passing in the right spots and not trying to pass where it's not a good spot to pass. We have Jason Ruscio being tracked down by Rusty Farrell in the 75 with the number 6, Kim Cox, on Rusty's bumper.
Rusty Farrell, very great driver, driving the number 75 tonight. He's very sharp out here on lap 27. Right on the tail end of Rusty Farrell, though, we have got Tim B. Cox, number 6 in position 10, holding his own, showing very excellent degree of tire wear conservation.
That is correct. So, and right now, that's the best racing on the track. Front pack is separated by over a second each spot, so there's no racing there. This is the closest racing we have at the moment. It's between Tim Cox, Rusty Farrell, and Jason Ruscio.
I tell you what, we did just now witness a little bit of bumper between Rusty and Tim. But you know what, here, that is going to happen without a doubt. The main thing, you know, these guys are working all about that throttle, all about that brake. They're going to get tired by the end of the night. What do you think, Joe?
Definitely, they'll be tired by the end of the night because they're in the corners more than they are on straightaway. So they're getting the workout on their arms, manhandling those cars through the corners.
And manhandling is what it's all about. As these drivers are rolling through this tonight, you know, they're pumping their legs with that brake and that clutch. They're pumping their arms. They're in that jump seat. They're going to heat up. Driver fatigue will eventually come into play. As we mentioned, tonight's race is going to be 80 laps. What are we looking at as far as green flag pit stops?
I think green flag's pit stops are around 30 laps. If I was correct on what I saw in practice.
Oh, without a caution, we should be coming on some green flag pit stops. We are on at 31. So far, 2 cautions. Drivers seeming to run. We talked about that tire wear early. These drivers have to be very careful to burn up their tires tonight.
Yes, they've got to watch out for burning up their tires, and the Jason Ruscio has been caught now by J.R. Johnson, Kim Cox, Steve Dukes, and Rusty Farrell. They're all right there together trying to get around Jason Ruscio. Jason Ruscio is being tracked down by the number 6 of Tim Cox. 75 of Rusty Farrell has just got around J.R. Johnson and Steve Dukes. Now Tim Cox coming up beside Jason Ruscio, trying to pass it going into 1.
All right, joining the booth is Gary Bird tonight, coming to help me out tonight because obviously I am having some microphone difficulties. Take it away, Gary Bird.
Hey guys, how y'all enjoying the race?
Great race tonight.
Yeah,
Jason
I was
Ruscio
enjoying
and
it
Tim
myself.
Cox running bumper to bumper. Tim Cox trying to pass Jason Ruscio, going off of turn 1 and 2.
And just like he said, that's a very tight racing out here tonight. Joe, the Cup cars here, they have a whole lot of horsepower, don't they?
Absolutely, they got a lot of horsepower. And these drivers are using it, but they're using it properly and not trying to drive through the corners. They are using brakes through the corners.
Yes, sir. We had a few little problems there at the beginning of this race, and I think now that the guys have settled down and gotten used to the horsepower of these Cup cars, I think we're in for a pretty good race here, guys.
Definitely, I think we're going to see some good racing. We're going to see some green flag pit stops in just a few laps, I hope. Should be within the next 10 to 15 laps, we should be seeing green flags pit stops. At the moment, Jason Ruscio is still holding off Tim Cox, and Rusty Farrell's tracking Tim down.
Yep, he's gaining on him every lap, and looked like old Mitchell Reeves out there in the 02 car. He's just kind of walking off, leaving everybody. Wonder what he's found.
Not sure what he's found, but he's out leading because of pit stop. Looks like Damon Gilbert has made a pit stop, and Michael Reeves has not. But Michael, I think, pitted during caution, and Damon Gilbert didn't, I assume.
Yeah, that could come back and pay some real big dividends for Damon, because he's definitely going to be running faster laps than guys out there on the tires that have got some wear and tear on them, because the tires go off pretty fast here. I noticed in practice that after about 5 or 6 hard laps, the tires gave it up pretty quick.
All right, we have fight with Jason Russo and Tim Cox, and Tim looks like he's going to get by him coming off with 4. Yep, Tim Cox got by Jason Ruscio coming off with 4, and now he's going down straightaway to try to track down Mitchell Reeves.
Yeah, it looks like Rusty Farrell may be giving Jason a little fight for his money too. He seems to be catching Jason a little bit as well.
Well, that's what I was about ready to say, Gary. Let's not count out the number 75, that was Rusty Farrell. Again, tire was so critical. And right now, Rusty and Tim and Jason, they seem to be pretty equally matched, staying together pretty long. Neither of these 3 drivers wanting to get too tight, not wanting to push right now, knowing they're going to be seeing some green flag pit stops.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Scott. And it looks as if these guys are all running about the same line. They're not going all the way to the bottom. They're going more middle groove, saving those tires. So these guys aren't only racing fast, but they're racing really smart tonight too.
Per se. Now Timothy Cox going into green flag pit stops. Timothy Cox the pit in. But go on and talk to us about the line you're referring to, Gary.
Well, when you're going into the corners, you have to arch it in from the high side up against the wall. And on most tracks, the preferred line, the fast line, is to go all the way down to the yellow or white line on the bottom of the track. Not here. The middle groove, you stay about a car length off the bottom, and you have to slow up a little bit more for the corners, but you get such a tremendous runoff. It's unreal. And it's not near as hard on the tires either, because you're not sliding them near as much in that middle groove as you are, say, on the bottom.
Jarrett Lipster in the 99, Tim Cox in the 6, and Bobby Everhart in the 71 have just left pit road, 4 tires and fuel.
All right, good decisions there by Jarrett Lipster, taking on 4 tires and fuel.
We have a wreck, caution on the backstretch.
We do know that the number 71 of Bobby Everhart unfortunately caught up into that. Now Bobby Everhart driving the Coma Chevy Silverado, I do believe, but Bobby Everhart below that yellow line as he pulls out, and he just fishtails it around the number 18. Ladies and gentlemen, classic case of neck code right there. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I was seeing a whole lot of craziness going on with the internet. Lines of fire.
Yeah, the 37, Bobby Everhart were involved.
That will bring out for caution of the evening.
If you guys look, man, Bobby Everhart's coming off of pit road, and the car on the high side, I don't quite catch his number, but he's coming off of that corner drifting sideways and just runs all over Bobby.
Yeah, 18 was the one that cut down on Bobby, and then the 37 got involved in it.
Well, Joel, if you were out there racing right now and you were under caution, what would be your game plan right now?
Well, I'd be going in for 4 tires for sure and fuel, because every time I'm one of those drivers that if I get a yellow, that's an easy time for me to come in and get tires and fuel and not lose a lot of track position or time on the track. So I go to the pits every time a yellow comes out, most of the time.
Yep, that's a good point of view. And I think from what I've seen here, just about everybody has went down pit road and got 4 new Goodyears and a full tank of Sunoco fuel.
I tell you what, ladies, it's a very special treat right now. We've got Jason Russo driving the number 14 Pro Automotive. Now, Jason is the official sponsor for TNT Tuesday night. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing good, Scott. I hope you guys can hear me. We're having some technical difficulties here with the mics.
We are all having technical difficulties out here tonight, Jason. I had to pull Gary Bird off the track to come up and help us out in the booth because I might drop on my microphone. But, big shout out to you. Talk to us about Pro Automotive and talk to us about Kentucky.
Well, having a hard time hearing you, Scott, but the race is going pretty good so far. We had a nice run there at that last set there. Got about 30-something laps. Just going to try and keep it clean, keep this Pro Automotive Chevrolet up front, and bring it home good top 5 finish.
All right, Jason, I appreciate that. Yeah, it seems like your hot rod is running pretty decent tonight. What line are you running?
I'm running whatever line the thing wants to stick on. It's a little loose here tonight. Seems as the tires wear in, get a little tighter, gets a little more racy. But the first few laps are a little sketchy.
Yep, cold tires and lots of horsepower. That's not a good combination. Anybody you want to give a shout out to right quick?
Give a big shout out to all you guys over at KMA, All Pro Broadcasting, and of course Pro Automotive.
Well, Jason, we appreciate it, and we wish you all the luck, and we'll hope to see you in Winter Circle.
We'll do our best. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen and ladies and the audience out there in TV land, that was Jason Russo, the sponsor of this particular series, and out there running pretty good, and thinks so Hot Rod may have something for him tonight.
Yeah, Jason was running good. He was getting past some, but I think that was because he had burned his tires up trying to catch the 2 cars that was in front of him. He'll be somebody to deal with before the night's over, unless he gets taken out by somebody else's mishaps and mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doubling up for restart. The cars are getting 2x2. Last on 1 to go. And then we're coming off, going into 3. The pace car will be pulling off in just a couple of seconds.
Hey, Joel, on a restart like this, what would be your preferred line, top or bottom? Or what do you think? Does it matter?
Bottom for me. Pace car's off.
Pace car's off, yes, sir. And we're off. Green, green, green.
Going hard. Number 8, Michael Reeves is not letting him get away, though, and here comes 75 of Rusty Farrell in the 3rd. Jason Russo is passing the 27 for 4. Scott Fitzmaster dropping back. Dustin Lee has about a .199 second lead over Rusty Farrell. Rusty Farrell's got almost a half a second lead over Scott Fitzmaster.
Yeah, that looked like a very clean start to me. It looks like the front 10 or 15 cars pretty much single file, which that is the way you want to get things done out here at Kentucky, because it is very... Yep, we got another caution.
Well, that will bring out our fourth caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll check that out on our All-Pro Broadcasting replay. So what's going on out here, Gary? It just seems to be kind of a weird night out here. The server is bugged. The track is bugged. My microphone is bugged. I know we're getting close up to Halloween, but goodness sakes, go away with the spooks.
I agree. I don't know. I don't think we have a full moon out there tonight. I don't really know. Ghosts and goblins getting out early, I guess.
We do know that Jason Russo, unfortunately, involved in tonight's third caution of the evening, fourth caution of the evening. Unfortunate break for Jason Russo.
Yeah, it looks like Jason might have been net code, but it just looks like to me he was at wrong spot on the track, and the car unloaded and just come around with him and sent him into the inside wall.
Now, actually, all drivers were somehow able to avoid the collision with number 14 of Jason Russo. Great avoidance here underneath our fourth caution. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we up here in the booth, we must apologize. I'm struggling with my microphone, and Gary's cutting in a little bit in and out, but I tell you what, must be full moon, but we appreciate the dedicated viewers out there on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, my personal computer has had a mental breakdown. I will be back Friday night in full force for Race 10 of the KLE Series.
You're right. That was a very good job done by Jason. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but when his car broke loose, he locked those brakes up, and when he stopped, he stayed there till the field went by him, which gave everybody a chance to avoid him. And then he rolled off after the field went by him. You're giving up a lot of spots, but by him doing that, it caused a massive wreck to just be into a one-car spin. He did a fantastic job there holding his spot.
All right, and I believe we are getting ready to take a break and take a quick commercial break for All-Pro Broadcasting Network.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with Freedom Train.
I keep forgetting I don't have to talk to you on. Yeah. We're getting pretty close to the end of this thing. It's all right, man.
We have the 28 car has hit the wall and spun around but kept going, so it looks like we're still under green, no caution. I thought we had a caution, but we didn't. 28 will be headed to pit road probably for repairs.
Well, Joe, we are actually under caution. That did bring out the yellow.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
We won't hold it against you. Those eyes are going away on you.
Yeah, they're going away a little bit.
Yeah, I think this was a product of green tires, cold tires, and lots of horsepower. It just doesn't take much to get that rear end to break loose on these cold tires. When I was out there earlier, before I had my internet problems and had to park my car for the night, you just had to feather that throttle so easy coming off those corners, especially when they were cold, like Jason said earlier. Once you got a few laps on, got some heat, they had a lot better grip. But well, at first, it's just, man, they've got to tiptoe around here.
And I tell you what, we do have bad server here tonight, Gary, but I want to give a big shout out to our fans out there that are still out there rooting us on. You know, we cannot help Full Moon. We cannot help when AT&T or Sprint or Comcast decides to get in our back pocket and give us a little information, if you will. But you know, a big shout out to those viewers and the broadcaster doing everything we can to overcome our technical difficulties tonight on lap 57.
Agreed completely. Big shout out to the fans and to All Pro Broadcasting. As usual, they're doing a fantastic job. The fans are hanging in there even though we sound terrible. And you can't beat fans like that.
Absolutely correct. You know, we are up here in the booth, and our cameras are going like hog wild and crazy sights. What do you think, Joe? You got the best connection right now. Talk to us.
Well, yeah, we're having some technical difficulties with the internet tonight. That caution was actually, there was two cautions during that. The 33 and the 75 got together, and then the 28 just turned around, just got away from him, and he went into the wall. So we had three cars that were involved instead of just the 28 like I originally said. But these drivers are good. They were on some cold tires, but I think the biggest problem is probably the internet connections that we're getting tonight are causing havoc with the drivers controlling the cars.
Yes, sir. I know, like I said, when I was out there earlier, I didn't see a lot of cars jumping around due to bad connections, but I know there was, in our ability to talk with one another, is TeamSpeak was very, very broken up, and with a lot of drivers out there. So, yeah, the internet is just not trying to be our friend tonight, it's trying to be our enemy.
Definitely is trying to be our enemy tonight, but we'll make do here. We've got about another 23 laps to go. They pit now for fuel and tires. They'll be good to go to the end of the race, no matter what happens after this point. If they pitted earlier, they might need to pit again if they don't pit now to actually have enough laps to get through the end. Tire wear has been a factor tonight with the racing. The internet's been a factor with the racing. The drivers have done everything right that they could. It's just they're having racing, as we say, bad racing luck.
Yeah, that's well said. I couldn't agree more. It looks like, yeah, they got plenty of fuel. We could get about 30 laps on a tank of fuel, 30, 31. The tires are going to give it up way before then. So I'm sure we're going to see some more pit road activity, especially if the caution comes out, because these front runners, they're going to go get tires every time the caution comes out. So I don't believe we've seen them go down pit road for the last time.
Probably not. We've got them lined up 2 by 2 going into the 3 and 4 now. Pace lights are off on the pace car, so pace car should be pulling off, and we should be going back to racing shortly.
We certainly hope so. We are underneath our caution of the evening, but I tell you what, my wife actually just came in and told us, possible internet connections due to the flooding out there in the southern states.
Pace car's off the track. We're on in green.
We are.
Tim Cox is taking off in first place. Mitchell Reeves is in second, chasing him down. Dustin Lee's in third, chasing Mitchell Reeves down. Damon Gilbert's back in the front. Up. Tim Cox is in the wall. No caution. Keep going. Mitchell Reeves is in first place now. Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert are fighting for second. Mitchell Reeves has pulled out to about a 0.3 second lead over second place, and Dustin Gilbert's right on Damon Gilbert's bump.
Yes, sir.
Libster in fifth place is a second behind the leader. He's trying to pass Scott Pitstemaker for fourth.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty good little battle here. Everybody's feeling their oats. They got 4 new tires. Looks like we got one in the back wall in the backstretch. Looks like the number 27 just broke loose and hit the wall.
Yeah, for some reason the cars coming off of turn 1 and 2, they get upset if you don't hit the corner at the right angle, and it sends you straight into the wall. We have Michael Reeves in first place. He's got over a half a second lead on them, but we're under caution.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like, again, we were just a product of cold tires, too much horsepower. Unfortunately, Mitchell just got into the wall and collected several cars behind him. A lot of times, at that speed, you just have no place to go. You try to get it slowed down, avoid the wreck, but if it happens right in front of you, the closure speed is so fast. Sometimes there's nothing you can do and you just plow into them. It's unfortunate, but that's just part of racing.
Definitely part of racing. We've seen it at Talladega. We've seen it at Auto Club. If as tight as the cars are racing together, then if something happens and you're the first person behind them, there's not a lot you can do to stay out of it. You can try, but most of the time you don't manage to stay out of it.
That's exactly right. I mean, all of us as drivers are kind of on point the whole time anyway, just waiting for something to happen, and so we're always on alert to our surroundings or what's happening around us. But even with that being said, a car loses it, gets sideways, he's 50 feet in front of you, you're doing 120, 130 miles an hour. It only takes a blink of an eye to run into him, and you just don't have any time to make any kind of move to try to avoid it. And unfortunately, that's where you see other cars in the back just plowing into the car that wrecked is because they just had no time or no place to go, and it's just, like I said, unfortunately, it's part of racing. But at times there are certain fans that come out and watch racing for the wrecks. They love to see them. They love to watch the cars get wrecked, and I know that seems a little bit bizarre, but as race car drivers, we'd much rather drive than be under pace or totaled our car and have to park it for the night. But that's part of racing as well.
Well, I tell you, we're hoping to interview Mitchell Reeves, but due to the circumstances of the bizarre night here with our worldwide, gotta love the internet connection. Mitchell Reeves has lost his connection to the race officials channel, so no interview tonight for Mitchell Reeves. But I tell you what, crazy night here at Kentucky. But you know what? We're going to give a big shout out right now to all those guys out there in the southern states suffering from the flooding. That is half of our problem right here. A lot of our lines are underwater. Can't talk to half the drivers we want to, but they are out here showing us for All Pro Broadcasting, for TNT, for K-Man Racing. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to you for staying with us. I know we are probably killing you out here because our backs are picking up. You're not getting a full view of the broadcast, but God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking it out under the parental weather conditions with Hurricane Matthew giving us a group tonight with All Pro Broadcasting.
Couldn't agree more, Scott. We have some awesome fans out here watching this tonight. Even though we're all having some difficulties, it seems like Joel is pretty clean. Thank goodness one of us can talk and people can understand what he's saying. Although with that southern draw, sometimes it's kind of hard to understand that fella.
I tell you what, I love Joel Guy's southern draw. You got me as a Yankee, you got you as Texas. We've got Joel Guy as a redneck down there in North Carolina. But right now, Mitchell Reeves, Ivan Garcia, David Gilbert, Dustin Lee, Craig Kenny, rounding out your top five. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on lap 6. This is now the boogie time. Unfortunately, a lot of cautions tonight.
Pace cars off. Mitchell Reeves taking off. Got to jump on the field with about 6 car lengths. Damon Gilbert's trying to track him down with number 90. Craig Kenny trying to catch and pass Damon Gilbert. 72 of Ivan Garcia's dropping back again.
There's Ivan. He got loose.
That will bring our next question of the evening as number 72 of Ivan Garcia does get loose.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, guys. Let me run it back and look, but I think I've seen Ivan get loose and get into the 51.
All right, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, very crazy night here at Kentucky. Can you imagine that? Kentucky crazy? Can you smell the difference right there? I tell you what, between the full moon we are obviously having tonight, underneath our 7th caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Reeves leading lap 67.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Again, toe tires. Ivan just come off the corner, got sideways, tagged the wall, and took out the driver right below him.
Okay, it looks like the 72 of Ivan Garcia got loose in the corner, and he got into the 51, and then after he got into the 51, he slid down towards the inside and got hit by a couple of more cars.
Yeah, the 51 of Dustin Lee, he probably didn't even know what the heck happened, because Ivan just came out of nowhere and just hit him after he bounced off the wall, and Dustin's probably going, I don't have a clue what just happened. All I know is my car's wrecked.
But
And as drivers, that's always, it's happened to all of us. We're just, driving along and all of a sudden it goes sideways until we can see a replay or get something from, the eye of the sky or the booth, we don't have any idea what happened. And a lot of times, it's just, they hit you in a quarter panel and you never seen it coming. All the next thing you know is you're going around circles.
that be true, Gary. That be true. But with the way we've had problems with the network tonight, really can't blame cars or drivers for it without just getting down and actually frame by frame in it to see what actually in the person's car in a replay to see exactly what happened. It could be netcode causing them to do that. There's no telling.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's, all we can do is kind of report it as we see it. And you're absolutely correct. Sometimes even up here in the booth and, going back and looking at the replays and kind of taking it, like you said, frame by frame, what we are seeing may not actually be what's going on inside that cockpit of that car. A lot of things can happen in there that we're not aware of, and things can break on these cars and turn them sideways, blow tires. You just never know what actually does, bring out the caution. But and bad internet doesn't help anything. And this tonight, I think a bunch of these cautions could have been avoided if everyone would have had a very solid connection, and we could have raced like the audience is used to watching us race.
You're definitely right about that, Gary. It's we want to get rid of that driver net code, but nobody will tell us what his number is, so we can boot him out of our servers and off of our team. If we ever do, we will boot him.
I couldn't agree more. That guy's probably brought out more cautions than Carter's got liver pills, but like you said, we just can't get the guy's numbers. So, but hopefully one of these days we'll be able to do something about netcode. And it's a kind of a tricky thing with computers, and I don't completely understand netcode myself. I just know it thinks that there's two vehicles occupying the same spot, and so it just makes one of them spin out, even though the cars may not even touch. And it's a very strange thing to see, but Mr. Netcode is not our friend.
But I'll tell you
Mr.
what,
Netcode is not our friend, and to give a little bit more info on netcode, what it is the lag between two computers, and the computer tries to adjust for the length of time it took him to get the information to assign the car on the track at where it should be, depending upon where it was told and how much time is lagged since it was told that, to put it on the screen. And that causes sometimes for the cars to be on top of each other, some of them to be upside down, some of them in the fence. They can get everywhere on the track they want to go.
Well, that explains it a lot better than I did, because we're fixing to go green, boys. Maybe we can get her to the end.
Off. Mitchell Reeves is on the gas and taking about a 3.5 car length lead. Damon Gilbert's being chased down by Craig Kinney in the 90, trying to get by him on the inside. We have Jarrett Lipster being chased down by the 18 of Steve Dukes.
Also looks like Dustin Lee in the 51 got his car repaired or pulled a backup off of the trailer, and he's on the move as well. A little further back in the pack, but he's definitely headed to the front, it looks like.
Yes, he's headed to the front, but Damon Gilbert's trying to pass Mitchell Reeves on the outside. They're running side by side down the back street. Craig Kinney's coming up to the inside. They might try to go 3 wide. Well, that would be a trick.
That will not work here, that's for sure.
3 wide on Kentucky's about like trying to drive 3 wide at Martinsville.
Yeah, this track here, you have to use so much of the track to get around these corners. I mean, you'll take it down lower to not necessarily the bottom groove, but you'll take it down as low as you can take it. And by the time you come off the corners, the car is actually nearly up against the wall. So, yeah, it takes every inch of this track to get around here at these kind of speeds. And 2 wide, 3 wide. 2 wide is hard enough. 3 wide is impossible.
Yeah, about the only place I think you could go 3 wide is if you could get around somebody on the straightaway on the back stretch. That'd be the only place I'd even think about trying to go 3 wide. And I'd want to be around them before I got into turn 3.
That's exactly what I was just
David
fixing to say.
Gilbert's in the lead now. He has passed Mitchell Reeves. Craig Kennedy's trying to track down Mitchell Reeves for second. Damon has about a quarter of a second lead over Mitchell Reeves and a half a second lead over Craig Kenny.
Yes, sir. This is a 3-way battle for sure. But you know what? I still think Damon has got the car to beat. He seems to be able to get out there and keep that lead.
Well, we're on lap 75, so we got 5 to go. And Damon Gilbert has almost a half a second lead on second place. And he has about a 3/4 second lead over third place, Craig Kenny. Craig Kenny is trying to track down Mitchell Reeves, and Mitchell Reeves trying to track down Damon Gilbert. But it looks like Damon's losing ground to Mitchell Reeves by about 100th of a second a lap. I don't think Mitchell's got enough laps left to get by him.
Now he's going to run out of time before he gets there. The thing that impresses me is the smoothness that Damon is running his car through the corners. You don't see that car bobble. You don't see him twitching. It just looks like he's got complete throttle control of that car. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's been so dominant tonight is he's very, very good at throttle control and getting off the corners and having all that forward momentum going forward rather than sideways. And you all know what I'm talking about when I say sideways. That's breaking the rear end loose. But he just drives off these corners. He's getting such a run off of these corners. It's just he pulls away every time. He's just so smooth on that throttle. And the line he's running is the same exact line, lap after lap after lap. And it's just amazing. He's almost like a machine.
We have two laps to go now. We're on the white flag lap. And Mitchell Reeves is almost 3/4 of a second behind Damon. So unless Damon does something stupid, which he just did, slap the wall.
Yes, sir.
But he might save it long enough to get to the checker flag, because now Mitchell Reeves has come up on his back end. He's only a few car lengths off of him.
Yeah, that was something that Damon didn't need right there. He was not expecting
white
that
flag
car
lap,
to tag that
Mitchell
wall.
Reeves is there. He's less than 0.02 of a second behind Damon. Damon has to hold him off to win it. They're going down the back stretch, about 2 car lengths separating them, going into 3 and 4. Damon's still holding Mitchell Reeves off by 0.02 of a second. Coming out of 4, going across the start and finish line, it'll be Damon Gilbert winning, Mitchell Reeves second, and Dustin Lee third.
That's amazing.
And we're going to try to get the drivers up here to get them interviewed. But with the network issues we're having tonight, we might not be able to understand what they're saying.
All right, we've got
Dustin Lee, got a copy on me.
Yes, sir.
How'd your race go tonight? Did you end where you thought you would, or did you think you had enough to get to the front?
I think I could have at least stayed with him. I know Damon was a lot faster than I was, and you know, Mitchell was right there with us too. So honestly, I thought I had like at least a third place car tonight. But you know, after getting wrecked right there on the restart, when I had fresh tires, I thought I actually had something for him. But yeah, I had to go to the back and you know get all I could get.
I hear that. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just huge shout out to Southeast Motorsports. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, thank you guys for putting this on. Outfield welding, over the top paints, and yeah, having a good time.
Well, congratulations on finishing third. Just one more place out of being the leader, and we'll catch you at the after party.
10-4. Congratulations, Damon, too, on the win here.
Michael Reeves, you got a copy on me.
Yeah, 10-4.
Tell me how your race went tonight.
Oh, not too bad. You know, it was cool to see that long green flag run. I knew I was a top 5 car. I don't know if I was a winning car. I think probably the best guy here, the fastest guy here, won tonight for sure. Yeah, we went there and stayed out mainly that whole entire end of that race, and to come home second place with everybody else that pitted behind me kind of made it real interesting. I wish I had a chance to pit there. It would have been fun to see if I had a chance at Damon there. I thought we hit the wall there on the 2 laps to go. I thought I might have had a chance to maybe go for him, but just didn't really pan out that way. But you know, second place for the kind of race what happened tonight and how crazy the track was. Definitely gonna have to take a second place, and I'm happy with that.
I hear that. Did you have any troubles in 1 and 2 tonight? Did you? There was a lot of cars that were losing it on 1 and 2. Were you having any problems there?
Yeah, I had problems about everywhere. This track was very, very hard to figure out in practice. I never could get a run going. I was really all over the place, really the whole night. Finally got a run going there and ended up getting it together there. And it seemed like, you know, me, Damon, and Dustin really kind of left the field there. I know James, one of my Southeast Motorsports teammates, would have been in there right with us if the cards would have played out right for him. But, you know, for us to come home 1, 2, 3, 4 for Southeast, definitely a good night, and can't complain.
I hear that. Anybody you want to give a shout out to right quick?
Yeah, huge shout out to you know, KMA, everything they do. Jason Rosso with his pro automotive, excuse me, and you know, Southeast Motorsports, like I just said, Dustin Lee, Damon. You know, he doesn't run a lot, but when he does, he's obviously part of our team and, you know, kicks butt like he did tonight. Michael Jeans, Nick Reynolds, Jeff T. Martin, everybody that helps us out. A huge shout out to ABB Engineering. If it wasn't for their motors, you know, we would have something to complain about, but we don't. So just a huge shout out to ABB Engineering and just everybody that, you know, makes it happen. So.
Okay, well, we'll catch you at the party after the race then too.
Thanks, Joe.
Damon Gilbert, you got a copy on me.
Yeah, man.
Tell us how you managed to hold him off after hitting the wall.
Well, I got like a 6-10 lead of the restart. And when I hit the wall, I'm slowing down a bit. And he got pretty close, but I think the third time,
Okay, well, Damon, we're having radio trouble. We can't hardly understand you, so I'm just going to finish out and say congratulations for the win for Southeastern Motorsports and yourself, and we'll catch you at the after party.
All right, thank you.
Gary, give me a feedback on what you thought about the racing.
They were just doing the best job they could out there tonight, and they were just, they were up against a lot of different things tonight. Internet, bad tires. I don't think Goodyear brought the best tire they could have possibly brought. Track was slick. The Goblins were out early. So I think for what we had to work with, the guys put on the best show they could have put on.
I hear that, Gary. Well, this is Joel. That's Gary. Scott gotten disconnected because of radio issues. And All Pro Broadcasting is broadcasting for us with Michael DeMicchio on cameras. And we'll catch you Friday night for the KOA series. And we're out of here.
Don't wanna stop, my hands shaking. I'm all wrapped up in you. Another place that you take it. No boundaries for me and you.
Hey, this is Garrett Smithley, driver of the number 0 JD Motorsports Chevrolet, and you're watching All Pro Broadcasting.